I think it's too early for me.
Yes, it's a you need
Okay.
a coffee or something to start.
Yeah, I got the coffee here. Luckily, they're open here. I went to Starbucks at 5 in the morning. So, okay. Okay, so this is still coming up. Okay, so we are live, but for some reason, I don't see it on Facebook yet. So maybe it's still. This is so weird. Let me raise my hand. Oh, we are. We are
Oh,
live.
right.
Okay, so let me share this. Okay, share to a group. Okay, so we're.
I will be able to share my
Yes,
screen.
yeah, I'll give you just 1 second. I'll give you
Permission.
access. But let's start first. I introduce you and everything, and then
Okay.
we can we can. Okay, good. Now it's okay. So we have now 8 o'clock. So let's people in, and we can start. I don't see Peter yet, but that's fine. Oh, there he is. Okay, I'll let him meet you. Good morning, everybody. We're just about to start. Give
Good
us like
morning.
50 seconds. Okay, there's Peter.
Yes, I just got off a 3-hour telephone conversation with Mexico.
Yeah, me too. I had 2 hours with South Africa, so
I know, but I was trying to earn us money.
what's going on? Okay, we're live already, and I got Apollonia from Lisbon next to you here.
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Como vai? Tudo bem?
Bem, obrigado. E
De
consigo?
nada. Estive agora no México falando em espanhol, agora vou mudar para português.
Muito bem, fala muito bem português.
Obrigado. Quando falo português, a gente em Portugal acha que tem o sotaque brasileiro e no Brasil todo mundo me pergunta se eu sou português, o filho de um português.
Sim, tem mesmo, assim, no Brasil, pensarão que será filho de português.
Bom,
E,
é a verdade, eu tenho o sotaque gringo.
pois, sim, é verdade. Mas fala muito bem e percebe-se muito bem.
Obrigado. Como?
E percebe-se muito bem, muito bem.
Obrigado, obrigado.
I don't know if this is me, but someone I see.
Acabo de fazer programa de televisão de Globo no Brasil sobre a segurança da praia para o verão deles.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Let me put everyone on mute, and we can get started. Okay. Hello and good morning, everybody. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz. I'm reporting for Livestream.travel and eTurbo News in Honolulu, Hawaii. And like we did all month, today we're also celebrating the launch of World Tourism Network. World Tourism Network was initiated out of the Rebuilding.travel discussion. We started way back when Corona became a topic in March during ITB trade show in Berlin. Unfortunately, ITB trade show didn't happen, but we happened. And we had an entire month of launch events, some really, really good events. There's still more coming up between now and the end of the month. You can actually find the archive or link to the archive, and also links to how you sign up for future events if you simply go to WTN.travel and click on the expo. link, or you click on the launch event links or on the blue banner. It gets you to wtn.travel/expo. And when you sign up, you can actually be live with us. We now have a small audience here of live participants. So if you wanted to be one of these audience, but would allow you to also ask questions very easily, just go to wtn.travel and you can sign up. Also, if you're not yet a member of World Tourism Network, please sign up. We have both complimentary and paid memberships, and we'd love to have you on board. Currently, we have members in 124 countries and a little bit more than 1,000 members worldwide. Without further delay, I'd like to introduce my partner and co-founder, Peter Tarlo, Dr. Peter Tarlo. He's joining us from Texas, and he will introduce Apollonia from Dark Sky, Portugal, who will be doing today's presentations. And after the presentation, of course, we always have an opportunity for you to ask questions or add comments to it. So we keep it interactive. Good morning, Peter. How are you? You have to unmute yourself, though.
There you go. I'm sorry. I just finished 3 hours talking to all these tourism secretaries of in Mexico, so all 32 states. And now I get to switch from Mexico to one of my favorite countries, Portugal. My first PhD was in Portuguese Jewish history. And Portugal has really done a fantastic job of making itself one of the great new tourism destinations. It's an old destination, but it's a new destination. The city of Porto has been picked as Europe's most charming city. And so again, I'm a big fan of Portugal. I go to Portugal once or twice a year. And I'm really looking forward to this. I don't want to take too much of Apollonia's time away because she's the center of attention. But I want to just say to her, seja bem-vinda, welcome, and we're really happy to have you and to be part of the World Tourism Network. So I'm going to give you it's your floor. You go where you'd like.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon or good morning, depends on where you are. For us, it's 6 o'clock, so we are in the end of the day here in Europe and in Portugal. And what I wanted first to thank to be part of this network. I believe that all together we could bring more strongness to our tourism that is suffering a lot. And in our case, we are in one of the destinations that are less, I mean, not less affected, but compared to the mass tourism, we are a non-massified tourism. So when people wanted to start to travel, they come to our territories instead of others that are more massified. So we were lucky during summer, but the tourism is suffering a lot, and we are part of a system. So doesn't mean that if we are working well and receiving tourism, we are part of a system, especially in our region, then in our country, then in Europe, and then in the world. So if the tourism is suffering, we are also suffering a lot. So I decided to make a presentation so it will be easier for all of you to understand what means dark sky in Portugal, what we are doing, when we started, and above all, what we are. So I hope I can make the presentation.
I'm going to give you the screen share.
Okay, thank you.
To screen it now, to share it now. Sorry.
Sorry?
You can share your screen now. There we go.
Okay, it's okay now?
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So here we say it's Dark Sky, it's our brand, and we have certification. But what I wanted to say is, for us, what means a dark sky destination, because there are a little bit of information regarding what means a dark sky and destination. And for us, it's not just, I know that in United States, there is a certification called Dark Sky, but it's a certification. We are a brand, it's a little bit different. So we can be certified from different types of certifications while this is our name. But above all, it's a concept. So we work hard to promote our brand and to turn it a strong brand. So we work a destination or destinations of astrotourism. I know that in the United States, in Chile, in La Palma, in Spain, and so on, there are many places with scientific telescopes. So they are very important for science. They are making many people is going there to see what the infrastructure and so on, but the difference is that you cannot go to one of these places and see from using your eyes. You cannot see Neptune, you cannot see the planets, you cannot see the deep objects. You can only see pictures that these objects can take it. You can see how this work during the day, but no one is going there to use the eyes to look it through the telescope, because there are different types of telescopes. So we are different in the way that we work astrotourism. So we wanted to make science. We wanted to divulgate, disseminate, and make outreach of science in a different way, like an experience, but also giving people other part, the tourism part. So you can, from Lisbon, you can be in a dark place, in our dark place, in 1 hour and a half, have restaurants, accommodations, the observatory, all together, it's closed. So in half an hour, in 45 minutes, you have different types of offer during the day and during the night. So it's what make a difference between a destination specific, prepared or organized for scientific tourism, and a destination of astrotourism. We not only think in our resource, we think our destinations as a system. So it's why we work in an integrated, sustainable way. So under the dark sky, the protected night sky, we develop and help the development of these regions, not just of course, our aim, that is to protect the night sky. I wish also to say that we try hard and work hard with the communities, because the difference between the north, the south, and the center of Portugal, or from different countries, their identity. So we don't want to make a modern type of tourism. We want to combine science with the identity of that region. So we don't want to change the identity of that region and bring it back and make it more attractive. And also we deal a lot with sensorial tourism. What this means that we work hard for the experience of the tourist. It's not a lesson. It's not we are giving science, we are involving people in the science, in what is astrotourism, what is the universe, and try to make it very, very attractive. We help because we are a non-profit organization. Apart our observatory, that is the main infrastructure for giving the experience, we also support our network of partners to create specific and complementary night activities. For example, we have in Alqueva, we have a big lake. Why not to do canoeing at night? Why not to doing blind wine tasting? Because we are a region for wine. Why not to do night walking, using the megalithic objects and the heritage? The megalithic heritage, and especially the cromlechs, were the first telescopes. Why not to make it more knowledge about this, and to make night walks passing these objects, and then making observations not only in the observatory but also in other places. And of course we have, as I said, a network of partners, because our objective, our mission is to protect the night sky, but also to develop the regions where we are working. And we work off a code of ethics, of course. Couldn't be in a different way. So to say a little bit more, our dark sky mission is to show people, because we are working in areas that are very depopulated, people are aged, and still link light to development. So what we are trying to say, that it's possible to have a night sky, protected night sky with quality enough to make it as a resource, as a tourism resource, and to create a product, but at the same time to develop the region. It's perfectly compatible. Depends how the way you do it and how the way you understand the light pollution in your territory. And we always say that the night sky is a world humankind heritage. You have to keep it. You know that most of people, and UNWTO said that in two-thirds of the population lives in cities that are very affected by light pollution, and most of them never saw the Milky Way. So can you imagine so many people that never saw the Milky Way? They never understand that that is possible to see. So in our and I wanted to say that this is our main audience. But I wish also to say where we are. This is Portugal. You see our rectangle. It's our country, and we are located in that white part. So you see, we have 10 municipalities in Portugal and 13 in Spain. We are the first Starlight tourism destination. So our certification is as a tourism destination, Starlight tourism destination, and Spain joined us. So we started, we were also the first cross-border. It's a hard work to work in as a cross-border, but it's what we do. We started in 2007, so it was, we had many years to develop and to reach the what we are now. And in 2018 we started to have 2018, sorry, we started to have a request from other regions from Portugal to create the same, or to help to develop the same concept, not in the same way we are developing in the south, because everything has to be adapted to the region we are working. Remember that we value a lot the identity of each region, not just the country, but each region has a different dynamic way of working and the identity. So we started to work in the center of Portugal with the Dark Sky Aldeias do Xisto, and in the north is in a regional natural park in Val do Tua. It's why we call Dark Sky Portugal, because we are 13,000 square kilometers of territory that are in this moment with the mission to protect the night sky and to use it as a resource. So you can see here, it's around 4,000 square kilometers in the center of Portugal, and a small area around 1,600 square kilometers in Portugal. It's more than 10% of our whole territory, inland territory, continental territory. So to give you an idea, and through the image of Miguel Claro, our official astrophotographer, and it's the way we communicate and we show to people that two-thirds of people that never saw Milky Way, that we have this. This is a picture from our observatory, so you can be there, putting your eye in the ocular. I don't know if in English you say that, but you can put your eye there and look to the sky and see the objects that are in the Milky Way, as you can see there. So this is a type of activity we do. This is our observatory. We have two different observatories, one for visual, another for astrophotography. And you can see the building is not a modern building, but an old primary school that was used for that village to give knowledge to learning, to the learning of that people. And now they have a different kind of learning installed in that building. So it's a primary school that was refurbished to receive this modern facility. So it's a combination of old and new. We do also workshops of astrophotography. Most people wish to bring pictures, to take pictures, to keep it for themselves or for others, or to go to do outreach. But you need a great technique to do it. It's not like during the day, even if during the day is also you need technique, but during the night you need not only to know how to shoot at night, but what you are shooting, because astrophotography doesn't mean you are taking pictures at night. You are taking pictures with a sense. the Milky Way, with the planet, with the conjunction, with the solar, with the sun. It could be also during the day with the sun, with the moon, with the big moon, and so on. Depends. You have to do astrophotography means that you are taking a picture with some object like this, for example. This is a nebula. This is astrophotography of deep space. This is an activity related with Perseids, meteor shower, during COVID. So you can see people are located in every place, and we were looking at the naked eye what means meteor shower, and this is a type of activity that is developed in our territory, and it is dark enough just to see there, seated, look at to the above, to the universe. For example, we do night bird watching. So it's also an activity we do. We have birds that came out of night, and with the right and the proper equipment, we can see it. This is at twilight. This image is taken at twilight. I also wanted to say that we value the work, international work. It's why we are partner of the World Tourism Network, and also we work in the affiliate. We are also affiliate member of United Nations, but also the part of sustainability. It's why we are One Planet Travel with Care partner organization, and we are working for sustainability and to think how we can, with our mission, not only tackle the issue of light pollution, that is a big issue, but also combining the other questions of pollution and circularity and so on. I wish also to say that we have international partnerships. We work with the United States Embassy here in Portugal. They bring some scientists. Usually they were bringing scientists to the more populated areas, to the cities, and to Açores, because there is a base there. But with our work and the recognition of what we are doing in the area that is close to the border of Spain, so in the opposite of the more populated areas, and we were able to bring, for example, an astronaut, a person responsible for a mission in Jupiter, and the first woman responsible for a mission, Alice Bowman. She works within New Horizons, and it's the mission to Pluto. So you can see that we also tackle the area, the scientific area, bringing knowledge, but always in the way that is inspirational. So to bring people that can talk about science, but talk for everyone. And it's why we are doing these partnerships. I wish to say that 2020, in opposite to the pandemic situation and COVID, we got lots of recognition. I have to say international recognition, because this product, this resource, this way of working were firstly recognized outside, then at internal level. And we have, even from IDA, International Dark Sky Association, we have a recognition. We have one work in China, European Commission, because we work with sustainable indicators, the BIS, so from Houston, so I mean also from United States organizations, from corporate organizations like Corporate Travel Awards, as Europe's destination. Also, in terms of the AC key, means that we are being recognized from not only the tourism side, but also the business side. So we have also from AC Key country award for our work in astrotourism, because we are pioneers in Portugal in developing astrotourism. We are part of the top 100 of sustainable global destinations. We are leadership in, we received a leadership in award for sustainability. We were being awarded also as a Portugal Game Changer of the Year, again in ASICI awards, but at global way. Just to say that in the World Travel Awards, that for many people is considered the Oscar of tourism. We got different awards, the Responsible Tourism award as a lead on tourism project, and in the grand final, so where you see the winners of all the continents, we reached the world's lead tourism development project, because our mission, because what we do in terms of protecting the night sky and how we do the integrated sustainable development in our regions. And to finish the awards, we had also one that is given today, this year, but for the next year as the recognition for the next year. And it is Learning Experience of the Year for Portugal, for the association, Dark Sky Association, my association. Why? Because we are changing the way science is being reaching people. So we are trying to reach to tackle more people, a wider audience through the sensorial tourism, through the sensorial experience, and bringing science more close to a wider public. I wanted also to finish my presentation, giving you the idea what you can find when you are in our destination. And I'm talking in this case mostly about Dark Sky Alqueva, because it's the one we started in 2007, is the one more developed. You can see here, for example, the arm of the Milky Way. So when you are under this, you can imagine, you can feel different things. So during COVID, what we understood is people wanted to be in nature, but wanted to make, tourism with more sense, with more responsibility, but also with a different significance for themselves. And to be in a region, in a destination that can look above and see how we can see the sea of stars that you can have, it's something that only being with these people that see the Milky Way for the first time and see this amount of stars, millions of stars that we can show, because we have less light pollution than other places. So we are working for zero light pollution. So it's unbelievable. And it's why most people choose our destination when it started to open in June. They started to come really searching the dark sky with no further communication, because they wanted to stay under the stars. In Portuguese, I could say this with more attractiveness. Sorry, English is not my language, and so I'm not so fluent that I can do it and explain this feeling that our customers have in such a most attractive way. You can see here, this is a star trail. Miguel do these star trails so you can see that the Earth is round, because the stars are moving in a round way, but also to show people, for example, through this image, that stars have different colors. The blue ones are more hot, and the yellow ones and red ones are the coldest ones. So you can see this profusion of colors, because the sky is very contrasted. So it means that we have a dark sky, and you can take it most of this from a single shot, and take the camera there, taking single frames of 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and in the end you have this with no treatment. It's not Photoshop, it's real, because we have a really dark sky. You see another shot of our image. So I wanted to thank you for listening me straight on. My name is Apollonia Rodrigues, as Euron said, and all the astrophotography you saw here is from Miguel Claro, and we are from the Dark Sky Association, and developed this concept and brand in Portugal, in the international level, but by now in Portugal. So I don't know if you wanted to ask questions, you can talk, because I think now we could be more interactive if you wanted to know more about what we do. what we do during the pandemic situation.
Well, this is really a wonderful, very, very interesting presentation. Thank you so much. And reminds me, we should really have that here in Hawaii because we got beautiful sky too in some parts of the island. It is, it would be ideal, you know, to partner with you guys in Portugal and and do this. It's a really great initiative, I think. And yes, and we do open it for question. And I know Punit Trika from India was asking how you can promote this in the Indian market. Um, and he leaves his contact information. And that's really what we all do. We're networking. So you find Apolonia's contact information on, if you go to Portugal, and she's listed as a member, you can easily find it, and we will archive these type of events also, so you can always listen and watch it. And I would encourage you, Apollonia, this is something very different we haven't done. Maybe you wanted to open a discussion group for other members to join in on the WTN network. Just let me know. We'd be happy to add this as an initiative. And yes, and we are open for questions. So
this really adds another aspect of all of our work, because we mainly have looked at land tourism. Then 2 days ago, we talked about ocean tourism, the sea, and now we've added the sky. So we now have pretty much the whole universe of the land, the sky, and the sea. The heavens, living in Texas, where we claim the stars are bright deep at night, which is a Texas saying. We have many hundreds of miles where you can go and not see another human being. And so we have very, very bright and dark skies, especially when there's, like today, there's no clouds in the sky. So yeah, it's fascinating. It's an aspect of Portugal that I did not know about. And next time I'm in Portugal, we're going to have to try to get to find you.
Yes. You know that you tackled an interesting thing that when I said that we have the certification that is Starlight Tourism Destination, we choose that in the beginning for one reason. Because when you are Starlight Tourism Destination means that you have also to tackle a criteria that is 50% of the nights have to be cloudless.
Yes.
Because if you have the resource, if you have the product, you have to be able to give it to the tourist. Yes. So how you can have a great work to protect the night sky. You can have few light pollution or almost zero light pollution, but if you are always full of clouds, you cannot show the sky. Yes. So we choose this because this can show to our customers that we can have a high percentage of possibility to give this product. In our case, in Alentejo, around the Great Lake of Alqueva, we have a medium of 286 nights without clouds. Wow. We did a study in 10 years, so during 10 years to do that. In the other, for example, in the other dark skies, Aldeias do Xisto and Val do Tua, the percentage is 50%. Is close 52%, 53%, because they are in highlands, so it's not us. And we are in a region that is cold, that in future can be a desert. So you can see that it's why we have so nights with the possibility to give this product. So we are losing population. We have less water than the others, but we found a way of taking these negative things in a positive thing. Yes. And work on it. So it's a sustainable tourism. It's not for mass tourism because we have, as I said, problems of water, the availability of water. So you cannot just, we have a great lake, of course, but if we started to make huge tourism projects and use the water, in the future, we will not have it. So we have to think into 20, 50 and more years. So you cannot just think, for 4 years I have, 10 years I have, so I can do it whatever I want. So We have to think on it. And you said in the clear day as it is, yes, we need clear day to, or clear nights to promote our dark sky product.
So how do you do it if it's for some reason it's not a clear day and people book this tour and you're doing something different? You're just going to get drunk and have a party, or what are you doing?
That could be an option, yes, because we have a great gin made from one of our partners. We have great wine from our partners. But yes, we have an option, a possibility to do another kind of activities. For example, they can do a night walk without the stargazing. They can do night canoeing, not without stargazing, but we have also an option in our observatory that we do in room presentation or from astrophotography, that you can see these beautiful images, or we have simulation of the sky that is above us. Of course, most of people prefer to rebook or come in another way, but people coming from outside usually do this in room. But fortunately, there are few times that we have to use that. And we work we work all year round, so you don't close during winter. We do also night activities. For example, today is raining, but 2 days ago we had an astrophotography workshop, so during all day was raining, and since 5 o'clock started to clean, and it was a brilliant night, a fantastic night. So this is the type of region we have, fortunately.
When you say night, is it all night, or is it how late you guys go, or how early?
I mean, for example, in winter, we can start our sessions at 7 p.m. And end at 10, 11, but we can do until the twilight in the morning. Means that we can do activities until 4, 5, depends when it started to have light. Because when you see night, sometimes you see the twilight, not the astronomical twilight. The astronomical twilight is something like 40 minutes, if I'm not wrong, after the sunset. Because when you have sunset, it's dark, but it's not completely dark for us in our case. So we need the crepuscular astronomical twilight for us. But it means that you are not seeing yet that is day or appearing to be day, but for us, it's like half an hour, 40 minutes before the sunrise that we cannot do any more activities. But yes, we can do it. And in summer, for example, usually we start at 10, half past 10, because the astronomical twilight is really late. And usually we close our observatory at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, depends on the activity. So you can imagine for tourism, sometimes we talk like our students and people who study tourism don't like to work out of in restaurants and hotels. They are used, but after or out of that, it is really complicated. When I started in 2007, no one was working the night in this way. You can have bars, discos, but it's a different type of tourism. It's like a traditional tourism already, but not so much in our area, but in Lisbon and in the most massive tourism areas. But when I started to work and the night for this type of activities, people were a little bit whirling. What's strange? But we will use the night. We do night walkings. This is a product. Someone will come here to see this, to see the stars, or to enjoy our night. Yes, lots of people. It's really a demand, a growing product. And we see with before 2019 really huge increase, but in 2020, in the parts that you were not so restrictive in terms of traveling, a search, a request of our activities really in a high demand.
Yeah, and specifically now with COVID, and once the tourism industry reopens, it's definitely something where you can keep your social distancing because you're out in the open, right?
Yes, yes. Our observatory is not like you see usually. It is not a cupola. I'm sorry, a scope dome. Maybe you understand what means.
Oh,
So
dome.
it's not round,
Yes.
and it's a rule of top. Means that it's a rule, a roof that goes down. So, and you keep all the area open, you know, because when you have in the scope dome, you have just one part that you can see where you have the telescopes and the rest is covered. We have all open. So even when you are doing the observation with telescopes, that is one part of our sessions, is not only what we do, you are in open air. And when we are doing, for example, we do an activity with around the chrome leaf of our members, as I said, the stones, the old ancient stones, it's completely open air, and you can be far away with 3 meters from each other. So better than that you
You
cannot
can't
have.
do. That's as good as you can do.
Yes.
Yes, that's
We got you 2 clients already who wanted to know about you, and it's very easy. We're going to have your profile up, and
yes.
also
Okay, thank you very much.
I really think this is an example of when so many people around the world say, we have nothing to offer, or why would anybody want to come here? This is a perfect example of creativity, of thinking out of the box. Actually, she's thinking out of the world. And that it's really should symbolize to people, inspire others to think, what do I have? And how can I turn what I have into something that's positive? So most people are very much afraid of desertification. She's turned something becoming a desert into something positive. And I think you're a real symbol for people of the use of out of the box thinking and creativity. So I want to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you very much. It's an honor to receive that words from all of you and from you, because it was hard. I have to say that it's you need a little bit a huge truck of resilience, of obstinity, and knowing that you are going the right way, because most of people will say it is stupid. Who won't come here to see the stars? This is not a product. You are doing what you are wasting your time. And I knew it, because my part of my work is to think over the future tendencies in tourism. It's what I like to do as a personal hobby, as I say. So I search the social networks, the news, to see how people and their comments, the daily things, to see what is missing in these people, what is missing in their lives, what could change or could be useful for a future product. Because we are not a public organization, we don't have money to develop this. We need to be very, very creative and thinking out of the box before anyone think on it, because we need time to develop it. It's not a question someone say, I have an idea, take it 1 million of euros and develop it. That is easy. In this case, I can say that for me it's easy, because we work without any support. So we develop it by ourselves, this product. And only 2 years ago, we started to have a support from the National Tourism Organization with 2 applications. But nevertheless, we have to find a way, the money to cover the part is not funded, to go further, because we are creating a dark sky patrol. So to make sensibilization and to normal people, for people that are with their children, that they wanted to do something, they have to have a meaning of their time, the time they have free. And we created a dark sky patrol with dark sky guardians, so they can do activities together to protect the night sky, so to spread better our world. Because it's not a question of just a product. We are not just searching the profit or bringing tourists to us. The better it will be the performance of light pollution in our country, better our destination will be. So we depend on the best performance and the best sensibilization of everyone. So it's the way we do. So, but most of this work is back office. I can be month working, during 1 year working, to see after 1 year or 2 what I did. you know. So this is really, you need to be sometimes working and thinking that you know the way and no one understands you, but you know what you are doing. So it's just to say that thank you for your words, because sometimes the nightmares and the resistance are being paid by seeing people like you and all of you listening me, and understanding that we are doing something good, something that is interesting and important, and can make a change in the way we think. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And have you ever thought about franchising such an idea?
You know something, I work with communities, and I started I work in tourism since '98. And all my development and growing in tourism, because my career, my area of study is not scientific, is not astronomy or something. Many people think about it. No, I'm manager and planner in tourism. So this is my basis of study. And it's what I like to do, and can be this product or another, but I have to like, and I have to understand, and I have to be to recognize all the aspects of the products I work, and this is a fantastic, the best product I have worked. But we could franchise the concept, the way we see astrotourism, but to be successful, we need to know very well how the dynamics of that region is. How can I say?
Yeah.
I don't work in.
If you don't have a good regional plan, you'll end up destroying the product.
Yes, yes. And you need to know the dynamics. And I'm not talking about tourism only. I'm talking about the tourism sector, but also the public sector and the community sector. Because when you are fighting light pollution, or when you need a type of tourism that you have to count also in the less light pollution from private owners, you need to be accepted. So means that you need to understand and to work with these people before you just input an area, a product.
Yes,
but
you must go very slowly. Yes. And really understand, because one error will destroy the entire concept.
Yes, you know that in the beginning we said that we have monuments that are light on. I hope you understand what means. It is correct. Light on all the night, but
that are lit all for the entire night.
Yeah, the entire night. And as you can imagine, we are in a rural territory. Sometimes people go, I'm not talking about residents, because they go earlier to bed, but even the tourists, the ones that are walking during the night, is to see the dark sky, because everything is closed, is to see the monuments at night, to walk at night, to feel the space, to feel the universe, not to see a monument full of light. So I asked them to turn off the light after 11 in the summer, and 9, for example, in the winter. So they started to do this, but they did it in a bad way. They just did it without any sensibilization to the communities. And in one village, one lady fall down, and in the newspaper said that it was because of the light that was used for lighting. Sorry?
Lighting, illumination.
The church. And the light of the church is not used for you to see the way, you know. So, but when you don't do it in the right way, you can mess up. And we had 3-4 months back in our work because of this, because I asked them to do it in a proper way, sensibilizing the communities, because they are villages with 50, 60 people. So it's easy to join all together and talk and explain. And no, they did it because they needed to they saw an opportunity to to spend less money, and they just did it. So we have to be careful with what we do, but the concept, yes, it is possible to be adapted to other regions. The way of implementing the concept needs a little bit of time with the communities, with the public authorities at local, regional, and national level. So it's it's the way. I am a planner, but not a planner that think that when we establish a plan in 2000 and 2020, we have to stick it until 2013, until 2014. We have to change and to adapt, because every planning is usually linked to a living system, a region, a destination, whatever. And everything changed now. Everything changed so quickly, so we have to always to be adapted. So you need to have you need to have also in the place people with a long-term vision and capacity to develop the things, thinking in short, medium, and long term.
Right. And of course, I mean, there are probably other concepts I can see right where I live on the big island. We have Mauna Kea, what is more than 4,500 meters high, and you have the observatories up there. So you never have to worry about the clouds because you're above the clouds. And there might be other destinations. I see Pune from India. I can think of probably about the northern part of India could be an ideal test ground, don't you? What do you think, Punet?
Yes, I think so.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. How are you? Good evening to everybody.
Good evening.
Well, North India, actually, we have a serious issue about the pollution. I'm sorry to say that, because during this period, which is ongoing period of November and December, where people very near to my city, which is the capital, they actually burn their crops for the new crops. So during the entire winter, we have a lot of problems for the people who are based in Delhi and nearby, up to 600 kilometers in the diameters. So the north part may not be that good, but I think we can do something towards the West India, where we have longer summer period and less of winters. That could be one place, because that is a destination who actually are very encouraging to the new projects like Ms. Rodriguez is referring to. But in North, we have this particular problem of acute summers and acute winters and rainfalls and all. Right. So if I have to identify a region in India where we have a longer summer and less of rains and winters, then West India would be a right option. That's what I can think at the moment.
No, I was just wondering, and thanks for your contribution. Also, Enrique Zaya came in. He actually, he's from Venezuela, from what I see on the country code. I don't know if you want to add anything to it. Okay, maybe he doesn't have a microphone. I don't see his picture. Let me also ask, we call her Snow White. She's joining us, and she has joined almost now every session ever since we had a session on the Balkan. She's from Serbia, and she agreed to run our educational interest group. Welcome again, Snow White.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. It is a very nice night here in Belgrade, in Serbia, so we can go for the dark sky tonight, because it's really wonderful. This idea is excellent idea, and as Peter said, this is something which is new, but it is old, because people were always looking at the stars, always, from the very beginning of this humanity. And education is very important, because Apollonia, you are educated people about the stars, about the space, about a clear sky, about sustainability, about ecotourism, about everything. And I think that it is a great job. So I'm very glad to be a part of a panel. And I was listening very carefully, as it is really very important that You show that although this year is very, very difficult for all of us for tourism, you show that you didn't stop. Actually, you are working all the time. You got the prices, and I think that it is very good. I saw the questions from all of us who are attending this panel, and everybody are asking you how they can promote this kind of tourism. I think that you have a very great success. Thank you very much.
No, and I agree. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And just think, with eventually we'll have space tourism, and you'll be able to look at the Earth from the moon.
I hope so. I would like to do it, but that is a very, how we say, expensive.
It won't be cheap. It will not be.
No, I think we will not have money to go there, but I can imagine Miguel Claro is a guy, fortunately we have him in our team, and he embraced this part of astrophotography and the sky and the universe, and he's a very good communicator, and it's his dream one day to go or to the moon or to the space station and be able to take pictures from there, and so I can imagine how great could be. But space tourism is not for all. It's for people very rich, and I don't know if we will one day we will be able to do it, or even to do you know that there is, when sometimes there are solar eclipse, there is a plane that I think
Takes you up.
Yes, and you can go there, but it's just also for a few people. It's very expensive. When I saw the prices one day, and I thought, okay, this is not for us, because with the hard
Just
work.
remember, when I was a little boy, going to Europe was only for the very rich.
I know.
And now the world has changed. And so at first it will be expensive to go to the moon, and then it'll be just, well, I'm just going to the moon. I can't really afford to go to Pluto, but I'll just go to the moon. So
I hope I will have health to do that, because I'm not getting younger, so I hope it will be in time.
None of us are. None of us are. But what you're starting is for wonderful. I'm going to have to say goodbye to people. I have to go to another meeting. So I want to thank you. Jürgen, this is going to have to be my saying goodbye to people at the moment. So please don't think I'm not interested. I just will be late. So I wish everybody really wonderful holidays, and let's pray that 2021 is a better year than 2020.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you very much, and adeus. Até breve.
Adiós. Foi grande prazer para mim.
Para mim também. Muito obrigado. Até breve.
And
Sorry to be speaking in Portuguese, but he knows Portuguese, so I couldn't say goodbye without giving some words in Portuguese.
I think Ms. Roddick, Ms. Roddick, you should discuss your plan with the owner of Tesla company, because he had last 4 projects got was not successful. Recently, we have seen the owner of the Tesla Motors. He had launched one space capsule, but it got came back after 20 minutes. You can give a very good project to him. Probably he has money and he can take you to moon also. So he could be a right finance. You could be a right financer for you, and you can get a branding from the the Fortune 500 people from that list.
I hope
so. That can be you should take this venture to him. At least he gets a success story, at least from your project, because his 4 projects are already failed. So 5th can be a lucky one for him.
We are successful. We can help you. We can help each other.
I tell you, I'd rather come and visit you in Portugal, so I'll pass on the moon right now. No, not for me. So that sounds a lot safer. But yeah, I don't know if there's any more question. Otherwise, we are right at time. And I think this was a really, really interesting session, interesting idea. And as I said, if you want to start a discussion group in regards to dark sky, or we'd be happy to entertain this thought and add it. But I wanted to thank you, and I wanted to thank everyone also for attending live and we had quite a good participation. I see also online on eTurbo News. So if you missed most of this, you can just watch out. We're going to repeat these sessions over the next few weeks, and you will see it also archived probably in the next 12 hours or so. And if you wanted to sign up for any upcoming sessions, go to wtn.travel. We actually have a session in about 30 minutes. You can still sign up for. It's about the healthiest place on earth, what is according to Mona Rafa from Amman, Jordan. And Mona is a good friend for Rebuilding.travel. She's been on many of our sessions. She's an American Jordanese, and she will be joining us from Jordan in about 30 minutes with the presentation you shouldn't miss. Other than that, tomorrow on Monday night, I believe, or Sunday night, our time, what would be Monday morning, we have a session from Nigeria with a local TV and radio station about community tourism in Africa. And it's going on and on and on. We're really excited to have the second part, as I said, with Louis D'Amour and peaceful tourism on the 29th. And then our highlight event is Say Goodbye to COVID on December 30th or 31st with Marisa. She's going to bring tour guides from all over the world together on the show. And we're celebrating, or not celebrating, 100 years, the end of the Spanish flu. And hopefully this will be also the end, kind of the end of COVID and a new beginning for next year. But Apolline, I give you the last word, and from my end, thank you so much. Obrigado.
Thank you. So thank you for all of you to be listening me, to give me more strength to continue and to feel more comfortable with work that is coming, because to the next year it will be hard also. Many people that could afford to be during all this time without working, or enterprises, next year it will be the hard time for most of them. So I hope we can be able to recover soon and to have good ideas to recover. So thank you very much. And you have my contacts from the presentation, or from the World Tourism Network webpage. So there are my contacts. So you can, I think there is also my email and so on. So you can share with me, and if you wanted to go on with this work, or see that you can promote people in your country to come to Portugal, or to have an idea to develop something in your country. So I'm open to all the talks, or just to discuss anything you needed to discuss, or to ask some things. I'm here. So thank you very much. Thank you, Jürgen. It's correct, as I said, Jürgen. Sorry, a while ago I said in the wrong way. So Jürgen, thank you for your great work in creating this Rebuilding Travel, the World Tourism Network. So putting all together all these efforts that I hope will last. And thank you very much for not putting your shoes away and just look to the universe and to the stars and say, we cannot stop. The universe is, or the sky is not our limit. We can go to the universe. Thank you very much. And thank you for all of you to be here and to be resilient to this year of 2020. And I hope in 2021 we will be talking just about projects and thinking in the past, and talking when we were in COVID, we were doing this, and not living still that problem of COVID. Thank you again, and see you soon.
Thank you, Rodriguez. Thank you so much.